It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Dude, I gotta fix my roster.
He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek.
Give me a second. Why is Graham freaking covering somebody? Left outside linebacker. He ain't a linebacker. Sweat's not a linebacker either. Oh my God, dude. Heck with it.
What you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. Gets to the edge at the 30. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, how about that for a statement on your opening drive, Mike? I mean, we knew coming in that they wanted to get this run game going, and man, boy, did they ever.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Wright. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He gets it to go. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Here's the change of pace back. That's Kenneth Gainwell. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Man in motion is Smith. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Open receiver is Dotson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies. But he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal. To throw, Hurts. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
From the 2, they're going to go for it here. It is 4th and goal. A pistol snap back to Hurts. And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Hill brought in motion. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Here's Tungo Vailoa. Now a screen set up for Achane. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Here's a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. On the ground, here is the rookie out of Clemson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Hurts. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. It is 3rd and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. They'll run the toss to Barkley. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Hurts.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete. Tight end got it. And he's into the end zone. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, here's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
A first down throw for Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second and 7. Off the play fake, Hurts. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end, Goddard. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Big time play for Philly. 32 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Hurts. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big...
And he will score. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's going to be taken in by Durham Smythe. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Tua now on first down. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And he will get into the end zone. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Britton Covey now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. 3rd down coming up.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Third down and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
First and 10. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. A run with Gainwell. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now it's Hurts. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Hurts now. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll toss it here to Achane. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Tua gonna throw. And off the deflection. It is taken in. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. It's a gain of 29. And it's 1st and goal. Here's Achane. He slams it in there, and he is in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. Now Sanders on for the extra point. Oh, he missed the extra point. It's no good, and they can't even this one up. They will remain down by 1. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's A.J. Brown, brings it in. He is in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Eagles are going to open up the lead to 8. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's complete. It's Waddle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3rd and 5. Now Tua. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
1st and 10 now from the 36. To throw, Hurts. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. A huge play just before the half. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now Hurts. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another one from the 5. Second down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Washington now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes...
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Hurts going to hand this one to Shipley. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run right here. It's Achane. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he gets this up to the 42.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the 2nd half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And he's in! Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for 2. Back to throw. That is knocked away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
When you get a big return like that, the offense takes the field with a lot more energy. They can see the end zone. They know they've got a short field. It brings a boost to the entire sideline when the special teams can have an impact play like we just saw there.
Man in motion is Smith. They'll give it here to Shipley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Man in motion is Smith. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, Hurts. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground is H.A. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
First down throw there is incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now it's Tua. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. On the ground, this is Shipley. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. On the ground, Gainwell. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the handoff, this is Achane. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. Josh Sweat there on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for Achane. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's two big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike, is the first one, how do they operate on third down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, that's what separates the good ones from the rest, and that was a big-time throw right there.
Here's 3rd and 2. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Now a 3rd and 2. To throw is Tua. He gets that complete to Berrios. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Miami. That is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Tua. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Achan. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's Tagovailoa. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He gets that to his tight end, Smith. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Tried again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. They snap it to Tua. This caught. And he will try to get to the pylon, but he's not going to get there. They mark him short of the goal line. It is a defensive stop on 4th and goal.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
This one is caught by Dotson. And he's going to go out of bounds, but not until he's past the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Man in motion is Brown. A second down throw for Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Little surprising here, Mike. They continue to throw the ball with this type of lead here in the fourth quarter, but with the day they've had, I don't know if I could really blame them. I mean, with the amount of man coverage that they're seeing, right now, the quarterback's just saying, what's my best matchup? Who do I love to gain separation? And just throw them the ball, and for the most part of the game, it's continued to work.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Here's Gainwell. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll run the toss to Barkley. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
He's got Berrios. It's complete. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Tua will give it to Achane. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and, man, he is gone.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's caught by Smith on the right side. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Tua. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Now a big play here. Dolphins will go for 2. Tua gonna throw. That is caught. They're gonna get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Man in motion is Smith. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Threw it to the wrong guy. Hit the wrong damn button.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Achane. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. That is caught left side by Waddle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw.
Oh my God, dude, hit him! You're right there! This unfreaking believable.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver.
Unfucking believable, dude. It's just straight trash. I deserve to lose this game.
Touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Now Tua. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a 2-point game. Even with their full complement of timeouts, the call is to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's the thing about these onside kicks. They're really unpredictable. You're trying to get the ball to take that big high hop, but it doesn't. It ends up just going through everybody on the recovery team and ends up going out of bounds.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Dotson, the man in motion. On second down, Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. I would imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
1st and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. So it's a win here for